All right. Oh, like I said in the intro of the tracker app, the little video that I did, we're starting today. We got it today, but I'm gonna kind of make it be a soft start. You know, like when a business opens and they might have a soft opening before they have their grand opening to sort of get kinks out and whatever. That's sort of how at least we'll do it. Like we'll still begin, we'll watch the videos. It's set at your own pace, which is kind of nice. I purchased it this morning, but I hadn't even gotten the chance to look at it until shortly before 7. And the videos, they're so short. They're 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 2 minutes. So I'll probably watch at least the intro parts tonight before I go to bed, just to get an idea of kind of what I'm supposed to do tomorrow and here on out. And then if you know anyone who might be interested and you want to invite them to the group, like the more the merrier. And we'll do an official start date of the 14th. And the 4 of us, and then if anyone else joins us before the 14th, we'll have that background to be an extra layer of support for anyone who joins for the 14th start date. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's true. And it's funny how different, like there's no right or wrong way to run a coach business, like, because everyone has their own ways of doing things. But it's interesting, like when a program launches, it's not unusual, especially now with Beachbody On Demand, where you can get access to it day of. It's not unusual for a group to start like the day a program launches, and you all start day 1 doing the workout, whatever. But it's been interesting, and I get what Alana said in her video, starting on the 14th. So at least us as coaches, I know you're not a coach, you're a customer, Deborah, but we get sort of the background and the understanding of the program so that when customers or whomever want to start on the 14th, we're well versed in it. Well, for me, I'm like, I don't mind having other people learn the steps with me and going through it with me. And the more people who get to sort of listen to what she has to say and offer their perspectives on it as I'm learning about it, for me is a better learning tool. I can get a deeper understanding because everyone has their own way of thinking and their own perspective, even though we're learning the same exact thing. And it might fit into your life differently than it fits into mine. And without having watched the intro videos, I don't know everything that she's got to say. I will say one of the things for me that will be different that I've heard her talk about on other calls is the relationship to the scale. So my fitness journey began 10 years ago, and 9-ish years ago, whenever I got my Wii Fit, I did weigh myself every day because I was on my Wii Fit every day. Oh, come on, internet. It says my internet's unstable. It shouldn't be. Anyway, so I was in the habit of weighing myself every day, and soon learned your weight can fluctuate 2 to 5 pounds in a given day. So it really didn't affect me too much if my weight went up or down a little, whatever. But then it really did kind of become too much. At one point, I took a month-long break from the scale, and that was not good, because at least when you notice what your weight is doing, you can kind of rein things in. And so I think I've been doing Saturday posts for 3 or 4 years now, where it's been once a week, and that's been good for me. And you hear so many people who will say, your scale's not the only measure of your progress. And if it's something that's going to discourage you when you're weighing in every single day, to not do that. I mean, some people are team no scale. I haven't quite done that. But like I said, I've been doing it once a week now for the most part for years, 3 to 4 years. I know for Alana, one of her things is changing your relationship not only to food, but to the scale, where you do weigh yourself every single day because you can track, do you know what, yesterday I ate this and this and this, and this is what my weight did. and really see how what you're eating affects you. So that's the one thing, without knowing what her 4 bunnies are yet. I'll find out what those are after this call, and we can chat about it in the group. That's the one thing that I'm really, really sort of intrigued about. Like, I know I do need to change my relationship to food. I'm excited about that part. But the relationship to the scale, I'm like, back to weighing daily now. Okay, let's see how it goes. We'll see if it messes, it's hard. I mean, and again, I've been on my fitness journey for 10 years. I've been a coach for almost 7. I can preach to you not to let the scale affect you. The scale does not define you. That number does not define you. Your measurements honestly matter more as far as your fitness journey goes than that number on the scale. So I get that, but at the same time, your mind still plays games with you when you're watching the scale. So I don't know. That's one of the things I'm sort of intrigued about and excited about with this program. What about with you? What are you like looking to learn or excited about with 2B Mindset?
I think just the whole eating better and getting into habits. Because I like when she talks about her sweets and like alcohol. I'm like, yeah, I like to have a drink once in a while. Yeah, I look at a candy bar once in a while, and I don't want to feel guilty having
exactly.
a little bit of pleasure.
Yes, seeing it as I'm allowed to treat myself and it's okay.
Right.
I'm going to feel guilty because, oh my God, I decided to eat a piece of cake or whatever. Yes. Yeah, I get that. Or the cupcake, whatever I've seen the little cute graphics with her. Yeah, I'm so intrigued. I'm excited to see what her 4 bunnies are with eating, are how different or similar they are to how I already eat. I've done 21 Day Fix. I've done the portion control containers. I tend to, if I like 80 Day Obsession, I was honestly pretty good about it and stuck to the particular containers at the particular time and the particular combinations. When I did Shift Shop, I made sure to do the different containers throughout the day. So if I'm really focused on it, I'm good. When I decide to be like, I know kind of what I need to eat and not focus on making sure I get the exact amount of containers per day, I notice that like all of a sudden more carbs will creep back in, where veggies sort of disappear, which is weird because I absolutely love veggies. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how our philosophies align with one another. I know this is like, I don't know if you saw on the tracker app, I actually have that group ongoing through the end of the year because this isn't a timed program. It's not 21 Day Fix. It's not a 60-day program. It's not an 80-day program. You can be on it for as long as you like. And I love that. I mean, thank God we have lifetime access to the videos that are available. This is seriously the best freaking deal. Like, gonna digress. But she said, yes, or on the team call, or not the team call, the national wake up call, her individual clients, she charges $300 per hour.
Wow.
And we get 40 videos from her, which she said, I think runs about 3 hours or something. So technically, it should be like $900. We're paying, I mean, you got the challenge pack, so it's a little different, but like essentially we're paying $99 to get her expertise for the rest of our lives that we have access to. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Seriously. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't believe that it's that great of a value. Where the freak was I? Oh, going at your own pace. So yes, there's the 40 different videos or whatever. Don't feel like you need to binge watch them. You can take them a day at a time. You can rewatch them. One of the beauties of having it for a lifetime. And I know some of them are geared towards like specific events that might happen into your life, like, oh, I feel like getting takeout, or oh, I have a family event or whatever. So if you hold off on watching those until that kind of thing happens, then that's okay. Like, take it as you need it to be done. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I know in the app, I made it, even though exercise is not a requirement, I did make it so that we can log our exercise, just because I know that some of us, like, that's part of our healthy habits already. So let's continue it, whether it's, like, I saw that you walked your dog. So whether it's walking, and I've done plenty of walking this past weekend, or whether it's a Beachbody program that you do with it, or whatever the case might be. Or if you don't necessarily want to log a workout, but you watched one of the videos and you had a great takeaway from it, then that can be your workout for the day, is saying, hey, I watched the video about blah, 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 and this really caught my attention. You know, whatever because I do, like, within the group, I definitely plan on having a lot of discussions about what we learn. And actually, Diane, I saw earlier, posted a great question about which of the 4 buddies do we already live by, or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And yes, Diane, you're getting a shout out. Oh, so she says she's good at 3 of the 4 bunnies. How about us? So, like, that is a great discussion post that I don't necessarily have to be the one kind of posting that. If you guys watch something and it sparks something, post it in the group and let's get the discussion going. So I will answer on that one later. And then as far as doing the Zoom calls, it's something I definitely want to do every week, maybe not for the rest of the year, or maybe for the rest of the year, who knows, but throughout the journey, just as a way of checking in face to face. So, like, is Wednesday night at 7 a good time for you, Deborah?
It should be.
Okay. And I'm kind of the same way. I'm like
7:30. So sometimes I'd like to go to a church event, and I think it ends maybe at either 6:30 or 7.
Okay. All right. I'll post it in the group too. I mean, I can do like a 7:30. I don't like getting it too late because I honestly go to bed pretty early.
Okay.
And so the later it gets, you're going to get a sleepy Debbie versus me, like how I am right now. So I'll post it. But yeah, Wednesday night in general, I'm like, I really don't have much going on Wednesday nights. So this sort of works. And like I said, calls will always be recorded if for some reason you can't make it. But it's just a nice little check-in and discussing ideas and sharing. We can, like, once we know more about the program, you know, we can kind of mastermind, share what's worked for us, what's not working for us, you know, problem solve, that kind of thing, which obviously can be done in the app. But again, it's just sort of nice to be able to talk everything out as well. Do you have anything else you need to add in regards to starting up?
Not right now, since I just got it. I'm going to
Yeah,
look
I
it
know.
over.
Yeah, you've got to take a look at everything.
Yeah, I'm really excited to look at it and see what it's saying. I think this is perfect timing since tomorrow is my last day of the 3-day refresh. So.
Oh yes, I forgot. How's it going? How's the refresh going?
It's going fine. It was kind of crazy today because I had to take my dad places, so I had to take things with me. But that fiber sweep, though, I do not like.
The fiber sweep takes a little bit, and I know it can clump pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's the one. I mix it in my smaller shaker cup that I got forever ago. But as soon as I shake it up, I chug it. Like, that's the only way that I can really do it. It doesn't have a bad taste, but it definitely a weird texture.
Yeah.
So I sympathize with you there. And it's funny. So you obviously like vanilla. for me, the vanilla refresh is harder for me almost. Like I have to mix it up with either cinnamon, or if for one of the times where it's part of a meal, like I'll add, I think it's the serving of fruit to it. It's been a while since I've done it, but like I am a serious chocoholic. So for me, like even the vanilla Shakeology, like not that it tastes bad, I'm not saying that, but I'm the kind of person where at a sundae bar, if their vanilla ice cream is the only option, I'm dousing it with chocolate syrup and chocolate chips and Oreo cookies and whatever to get that chocolate in there. So the vanilla flavors of our products, I'm like, I'm glad there are vanilla people out there, but I'll take my chocolate, please. But I'm glad the refresh is going well for you. And I'm excited. It's a new process, a new way of learning stuff. And I after seeing all of the amazing results of people, and especially knowing that they've lasted long term, that they're sustainable results, I think it's amazing. So it's excited to see how you do, how I do, how we all do. Remember, since you'll technically maybe start tomorrow, just remember about taking your progress photos and your measurements and everything like that.
I've done that.
Okay.
I did my measurements Monday.
Monday?
So
okay.
I did my photo today.
Okay.
So I'm not going to change that much, I don't think, between now and tomorrow.
No. Oh, that's true. Well, the 3-day refresh, you never know. But but yeah, it's just, that's true. Just so long as what was I going to say? Just so long as you've done it. Because especially the photos, that's such a great visual to notice changes that you might not notice when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day.
Right.
Because there are times where I'm like, I feel like nothing has changed. Like measurements might have gone down or whatever, like that's cool, but I don't see the change in my body until I see the side-by-side photos. So definitely take the progress along the way. I will probably, picture-wise, I tend to do it like once a month. Weighing myself, I'll get on the scale every day, but I will probably, at least within the group, just do my regular Saturday posts that I've been doing, like I said, for years now, where I do my weight and my waist. And then I usually do full measurements about once a month as well. So it'll be fun to see how we progress and to see what we learn. I will let you go so that we can get started watching some videos with Alana.
Okay.
And answer Diane's post in the group. Let's see what bunnies we're already good at.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.